up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post my tea talks. All of my commercials are listed down below in the description box. And be sure that y'all go over to Cooking with Stella. Cooking with Stella has been getting a lot of feedback. And shockingly enough, there's a lot of views on my secondary channel. So by all means, it's a lot of y'all over here. Be sure that y'all go over there to my secondary channel. So that way y'all can cook and talk and tea talk with me anytime. Okay, so get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on, get it and bring it close. This tea talk conversation, it has some type of relation to do with the video I did in the past regarding like how to get someone's attention. Okay, I will be sure to plug all of that stuff in so that way you can go back and refer to what I'm talking about. However, this topic comes from a warrior on Facebook, in our warrior community there, in regards to how to not make the same mistakes and mishaps again when it comes to dating. And I asked her, you know, dating in the same circles, same scenery, like what's going on? And she says, no, my friend is trying to set me up on a blind date and she feels some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, like, okay, well, do you know, how long have you known your friends, A, B, C, D, F, G? And she's like, I just don't feel comfortable about it, period. And as she's reiterating that, I can understand your instincts on high alert. You know, you're hyper vigilant right now because for whatever reason, you have all your guards up with moving forth and proceeding and getting to meet new people. So I can definitely understand how she feels, but as I told her, part of healing, it doesn't happen overnight. So you have to understand, going into a blind date, meaning that you put the trust in someone else's hands other than the Lord's, I would say for you to be careful and be cautious. But if you're not ready, you're not ready. And so I have a couple of key points that came from that conversation that I want to share with you all. Okay, when we decide to level up and date different, okay, it needs to be parallel and relatable to who we're trying to get to know, who we're trying to fold into what we do to get to know someone, etc. So I've always talked about people disqualifying themselves, qualifying themselves. This is one of those type of scenarios. And I say that because this is coming from a place where I had to go through this and I realized this by myself. And that is, there are certain things about the past I just will not rehash. You know, I just will not bring up. It's not part of what's going on right here. So I don't understand what's back here supposed to be something I'm supposed to turn around and look back and bring back up. Like, it doesn't work like that. And I say that because even though it sounds abrasive, that's just me talking to myself, letting it be known when you've moved on and you moved past something. So now it's time for you to grab hold of what's waiting for you based off of what you've learned. Now, blind dates can be fun. Blind dates can be exciting, especially if you one of them type people. You be on the phone every now and then, and you know the person they talking to is single. You be like, hello. Oh, well, who you talking? I'm talking to whatchamacallit. Yeah, it's such. Mr. Rails, friend want me to let you know. He said, hey, you know what I'm saying? And then it come to a point y'all finally interact or whatever. And it's just like, wow, like, yeah, that one time is all it took for you to have someone approach you. So blind dates can have its spontaneous vibe, but it also can have its deadly women ID channel type vibe. needless to say, I just don't like rehashing things all because if I'm done with it, I'm done with it. And I just don't think the person who I was should be the person you're trying to know. And so I use that experience to relate to what she's going through. Okay, so here are a couple key points when it comes down to you getting yourself together. You know, you look good, you feel good. Now, you know, you're glowing like you're 6 months pregnant, and folks want to get to know you. It's nothing wrong with people getting to know you. It's nothing wrong with you keeping a part of yourself to yourself and being reserved. And, you know, some people who don't understand that you mind your business, they may very well tell you that you're mysterious, but you know your boundaries, right? So keep this point in mind. Do you want someone relatable to understand what you've learned from the past, or someone sure your past qualifies you for the same pattern again? This is one of those scenarios, kings and queens, where I say it doesn't matter what happened in the past. What I've learned moving forward is ... Okay, so now that you have filtered out the lesson from all the extra stuff, you know what to take with you and what to leave behind. There's no point in you taking the whole entire situation with you when you only need the main idea and the lesson that you learn. You don't take the mistakes with you, just take the lessons. Right? And when you take the lessons, you find that how someone converses with you will be way more mature in regards to what they're asking about. You know, I don't really think it's something easy to look over someone, you know, just continue to probe at things that have now turned into fertilizer for you to be who you want to be, and they want to keep knowing about it. It's like, damn, like, do you want to date her or the person that she used to be with? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to check what crowd you in. Okay, so that's one thing you got to keep in mind, because I'm trying to tell you something. There's some folks out there that just looking for victims. And I don't like to say it like that, but I got to tell you how it is. And people like to look for what they feel to them can look like a person that's at their weak moment when they're just minding their business. You know, people mind their business every single day, but that doesn't mean that they're punks. That doesn't mean that they're naive, and it doesn't mean that they're weak. They just got other things to do. So when people learn how to mind their business and, you know, do what they do with what they do and how they do it, they're not going to be worried about what you've done in the past, especially if it doesn't pertain to you, you know, being in the present day and is still growing and mattering. So just be careful about the information you put out there in regards to a backstory of who you are, you know. Now, another thing I want to bring up, second point, is I know for me, I had a gentleman that was interested in me years ago, and so I had to learn how to refrain from letting certain characteristics about me show too early. When I say that, it's not a thing of kicking sheets. It's the thing of, I have a giving heart. So I love to cook. Anyone that knows me knows I love to cook. But gets to a point where sample plates have people have interpretations of your house and your kitchen being open like it's a shelter, where they can just come in, get a bowl, and leave. And when you don't factor in the fact of, you don't make it so that those type of things are readily available for others besides yourself, you have to scale back or tell them to back off, because they're blurring the line of what it is and how it is. You know, you come off in your servitude. I was one of those type people. Okay, but now that I've gotten older, I've realized a lot of boundaries. I've set a lot of boundaries to make it so that if anybody was to continue to jump the broom after number 2, I know they're doing this and they're knowing what they're doing. and then there's an issue. You feel me? But when it comes down to blind dates, there's always seeming to be that blind date where curiosity is at an all-time high. All-time high. It's just like, why aren't you telling me information fast enough? Why aren't you, telling me this? Why aren't you so giving as to that? And that was issues with people that were trying to get to know me. And it's like, well, look, I just met you. Like, we ain't got kids and been together for a minute. You have to, with curiosity, sometimes curiosity is cured with curiosity. With blind dates, it's just like, well, why didn't your last relationship work? How long was your last relationship? Motherfucker cough his damn answer back at the table and push his plate away. We not about to do this. We not about to do this. This ain't gonna happen, Captain. Well, why are you asking me so many questions? You're seeming to be open to wanting answers. So my fault. I thought this was to be reciprocal between both of us. But if you just over here asking me a bunch of questions like it's an interview, I have a job. I have a career. I don't draw no salary off of all this extra shit. Be who you are. Have a good reputation have a good reason for why you have a reason for why you feel good about yourself. Let that be your tagline when you go out and you get to know people with this new mindset. Because when you continue to date the old way, you get same results. So when it's always a thing of someone asking, the last time, how far off from the last. No, look, that sound like past talk. And I'm not with the past tense talk, okay? I'm with the present, I'm with the future. So what you talking about? Sometimes you just have to put it out there. It's just like, look, if I'm coming off irritated about what you're asking me, it's because what you're asking me I've healed from, and I just don't feel like opening and being bothered with it. Next topic, next conversation. And if it seems to be that much of a haste for them to accept that you're not willing to open up something that you closed, that's a red fucking flag. Telling you what I know is facts. It is facts. It is facts. So, I'm reading my notes, guys. Okay, so yeah. I did all that and barely looked at my nose. Go me. Ah. Okay, so, yeah, it's just like, look, if you can't go at my pace, then, and understand this is not a race, I can't deal with you. Because if it's a thing of it feeling like it's rushy, what's the rush? You know what I'm saying? You had just met this person. This person knows of you. In between is how you mold how you want that person to see you and view you. Outside of that, you don't entertain anything else. So it kind of help her take the edge off. But maybe she'll give me a per minute update. We'll see. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all let me know down below. Do y'all even do blind dates anymore these days? After they took the personals off of the Craigslist, I wouldn't be out here doing that too much. And even then, all these dating apps and stuff, look, I watch Web of Lies. So, I can't do that. If you ain't going to be able to meet me between here, the grocery store, my doctor's appointments, and a walk around a park or two, it is what it is. But, to each his own. But y'all let me know down below, like, how does that work? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me. Let me know. And maybe we can have a conversation about this in our warrior community. But yeah, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.